Welcome along to the Maroon and White pod. I'm delighted to be joined by Cian and Ryan Monaghan of Uachtar GA, and we're going to have a chat about their clothing brand they've set up. Cian, if I come to you first, could you tell the listeners about this clothing brand you have set up?
Well, yeah, so I suppose the name is Faciem Metus. So it's Latin for faciem is like the verb of your face, and then metus is fear. And we set it up
January start this year.
we launched in January, started this year, but the kind of idea came last October when it all started in the planning kind of stage. And then it led to our first collection, which was three hoodies that we released last January.
Yeah, there was a couple of accessories in there as well.
Yeah.
That was the first ever launch day back in January 15th.
So yeah, nearly coming up on a year now.
Ryan, was the idea there for longer? How did it come about?
So we actually previously had two businesses that we failed with.
Mhm.
So we first of all started off with
Eco-friendly
eco-friendly
phone
phone
cases.
cases, yeah. And then we did eco-friendly underwear, which is so gas. Like not many people actually know that. But we had no interest in eco-friendly stuff, and we quickly found out that
Yeah,
you,
basically.
you get found out.
The idea was like we went on to Amazon and we saw what was selling, and we
Yeah,
were like, oh, well, let's just buy a load of that and try to resell that, and
yeah.
we'll become
We thought we were
millionaires.
genius ideas by looking up that. Like that's not the way it works.
Yeah, then we had to dump a load of underwear and phone cases.
So it was a costly mistake, but it was one that you have to kind of make before, I guess.
Yeah, you have to be all in or else it won't work.
Yeah,
So
and you
definitely.
also have to have an interest in what I would say your product is because you're going to be talking about it, going to be doing it, going to be like,
Your whole day is going to be, well, a third of your day is going to be like, how can I make this product better? And even if it's at a great quality already, you want to keep improving that all the time, all the
yeah,
time. So like you need to
having an
be
interest is
interested in
huge.
you. Like
Do you think Ryan does to, I suppose, businesses at the start? Do you think they were perfect learning curves, really?
Well, there was there was still a lot of learning when we launched the first one because we probably hadn't sold none of them had really gotten off the ground at all. Like I don't think the underwear business was the only one where we sold one or two, and it was
5 or 6 pairs. Like
5 or 6 pairs, and half of them were like 50% discounted. So it was all that was a huge learning about websites and all of that. But I would say the first 3 months of when we started
oh,
Faciem Metus was when we really learned
yeah,
about
we were doing
what we
everything
need to do.
that we were trying to figure out what worked. So we were basically just doing absolutely everything. Like I
Yeah.
mean, like there wasn't an avenue that we didn't try going down to try to get the business going. And it was basically just throwing crap at the wall, seeing what stuck. And I was like, oh, that worked. Let's do that again. And then just throw a load more crap, see if it would stick anywhere else, and then do that again. And it
Yeah.
was just
And
that for 3 months there. It was pandemonium, I'd say.
it was, yeah. But it was also good because we know then as well what works and what doesn't then
Yeah.
by the end of it, which is good.
But it's grueling because it's a lot of mistakes. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
The the clothing brand then, Keen. Why a clothing brand was it then for you?
Uh, to be honest, for my thing is I love the message, so I wanted to build a personal brand. And I love that message of kind of like there's been games where I've gone into and I know that I've put in the work leading up to the game and I have no kind of fear. The doubt is completely silenced. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to perform. I know that. And then there's games where I've gone into the game and that kind of I know I haven't done the work. I know I'm not going to play great, and that fear is there, that pit in your stomach. So I kind of wanted to build a personal brand around that kind of that hard work that would alleviate that doubt. And then
Mm.
obviously then we just decided clothing because we've always had a massive interest in clothes and gear and
Yeah,
well,
well, I would say like as well, so being GEA players, obviously you have the likes of like O'Neill's and McKeever's and they do sponsor a lot of gear for like on playing day. So they might do like club jerseys and stuff. But personally, outside of that, I wouldn't be too fond of wearing my O'Neill's top all the time. And I just wanted to create a brand where we could wear like leisure wear and gym wear outside of it. Because the likes of like Nike and Adidas, they don't target GA players. There's no advertisement towards them, so I don't feel
just
part of
yeah.
them. So we want
Yeah, we want
to
to build
create a
a
brand
brand
that literally is for
GA players away from the game.
away from the game.
That's where we thought that there was kind of a bit of a gap in the market. And
Gap market is a funny way to pro. Yeah,
yeah, but
absolutely. Yeah,
honestly, yeah, I thought that's the way we describe it. Like, and just we wanted to build a brand around that because we felt left out nearly.
yeah.
And
That's yeah. That's those are two of the big reasons for why we started it. Yeah.
Was it nearly in one sense, Ryan? I know some certain GA players maybe don't like wearing only his jersey, as you mentioned around the place. That you wanted to build something that they could wear around the place.
Literally, like you know yourself, like it's kind of that stigma around like if a Galway player is going into the shop, like he's not going to be wearing his full Galway gear because I don't know would he want to like because on the match day he has to wear it,
yeah,
going to training he has to wear it. So when he's outside of the game, we're trying to create that brand where he can feel like he can wear something that everyone will know and you can be part of a community with it, but it doesn't have to be the Galway or the O'Neill's or the club jersey
yeah,
or
no shots at O'Neill's or
yeah,
McKeever's.
they're
We're
fantastic. Yeah.
we love those brands. I wear the
I wear
O'Neill's
them.
every time I go down training and playing games.
Yes,
It's
100%.
the
They're
number one
class.
go-to, but just away from the game, we thought that there definitely needs to be something
There's
there
an
for us
opportunity. Yeah, that's the
as
way we
GA player.
felt like.
I know from even when I was starting out the podcasting and you're starting out certain things, is picking the name, is that one of the hardest things at the start?
Oh yeah,
Definitely,
definitely,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Oh my God, the amount of trouble we had with picking the name. Because every time you'd say something, you would always think, "Ooh, that's a little bit kind of cringe," because it's just the way it is when you're starting off anything new. And then also then just think of every word under the sun. There's a clothing brand for it.
Mhm.
There's the pencil clothing brand. There is a clothing brand for everything, and you have to be careful because you don't want to step on or anyone else's thing
Yeah,
because you
especially
wouldn't.
with like trademarked business, you
Yeah,
don't want to
and
be putting in work and then later down the line see that you're
copyright comes in,
yeah,
and
and
you don't want to
go
get
into
it.
problems that
Yeah.
you don't want.
So,
So
so that's why we went down the Latin way
yeah,
because it's a lot easier in another language than just looking through English words.
we literally made up two words and combined them together for our message in a different language to ensure that no one else would have the same name,
Mm.
basically.
Did that take you long?
It did. It took us 2 to 3 days, I'd say.
Yeah, it did take 2 to 3 days.
With
Yeah,
mom's help.
funny enough,
Yeah, going through names over and over
over and
again,
over and over again, putting them into Google. Oh, there's a clothing brand.
putting them
Go
into
again.
social medias.
Putting in the social medias. Oh, there's there. They've already started. It was a lot of work. It was fine. I'm
Yeah.
delighted that we came with the Faciem Metus. I couldn't be
Yeah.
more happy with it.
Hmm.
Obviously, the big question then, how hard is it getting suppliers?
Oh, it
Oh yeah.
took
Once
us,
it's you trust anyway.
yeah. So like, there's a lot of processes you go through. First of all, making sure that all of the stuff is regulated right, fair trade. Got to make sure all of that is ticked first, and then you have to go off your gut instinct, I suppose, when you're chatting to suppliers. Some of them text you back. Our suppliers are from China now. We have two separate ones,
Mm.
a third one as well, just for small little accessories and stuff.
Hmm.
But you'd go through the process of at the start going
We
through
went through
three or
yeah,
four.
3 or 4 for every piece of clothing we
Yeah,
have, like to make sure that we get proper quality that doesn't like the clothes. The quality of clothes is what like we want to people when they talk about Faciem Metus. Geez, their clothes are top quality, like, and we had to go through so many suppliers to get to that stage.
and you get the gut feeling when you're chatting to some of them that like they must be trustworthy and they have to be honest, and you want to make sure that they're not overcharging you and stuff like that. And all that takes time where you just know
Mm. Yeah.
by getting samples and building the relationship with them.
Again, a lot of mistakes, a lot of samples coming through the door. There's clothes flying around the house here every day, like,
Yeah,
and it's just,
bit of a mosh pit, like.
yeah, man. We have 50 hoodies in here, 50 hoodie samples that we don't know what to do with.
Was there a good bit of test and samples yourselves at the start?
Yeah,
There
that
was,
was
yeah,
loads,
there
yeah.
was, yeah, small details like hood sizes,
GSM,
stitching between
yeah,
screen printing or
heat transfer, what
yeah.
lasts long, what doesn't.
But the best feedback comes from the customers. Like, so if we've learned over the
Mhm.
last year that like we want to ask people and see what they like the best and what they find the most comfortable and designs is, I suppose, as well. Like me and Keen aren't great designers, to be fair. That's not what
No,
we're really built on.
we did our degrees in financial maths and economics, so we're not really down the creative route. But
But it's nice to hear back what people like, if they like
yeah, that
minimalistic stuff, if they like more
in
graphics.
your face, yeah, kind
Yeah.
of graphics. But yeah,
So you learn that through doing drops and seeing what people like and whatnot.
When you obviously get the supplier then and you have someone that's trustworthy, it's obviously relief, I'd say, in one sense, is it?
Yeah, I'd say it's a big relief to be honest with you
Yeah,
because I know that
definitely.
yeah, because
Definitely it is.
having someone reliable where you just know that they're going to deliver
It's just
bulk
that,
orders to the warehouse
and
on time.
especially like when you're going back again, like when we prepping new drops now for the next year, like we know we can trust that these sample quality are going to be brilliant.
Hmm.
So we know that their good sample going to be brilliant, and then sure,
The
once
bulk
we
orders.
then we can just green light the bulk orders, and they can get to our warehouse from there.
Hmm.
Both of you there mentioned obviously economics and financial maths. No doubt you were probably gonna go into jobs and that, but
Yeah.
to I suppose go at this full time now. It was obviously a risk at the start, but it probably doesn't feel like a risk now, does it?
Well, I'd say it's still a risk to be honest with you, but a
Yeah,
calculated one. Like we're very fortunate that we had the support from
mom and
mom
dad
and dad. Like
for
we wouldn't
sure.
have been able to do anything
We would have
without.
never got it off the ground without them. And mom still helps tremendously with the business right now.
Yeah,
Like the amount of admin that she'd be doing. We're just the two pretty faces running around filming YouTube videos. Like,
definitely not pretty face.
oh yeah, actually not pretty faces. No,
But yeah,
it's
she
the
does.
two of them have helped tremendously, and Dad with his business background has helped again with loads of advice.
Yeah, but he
That
lets us make our own mistakes too as
yeah,
well
he
because
does kind of
he
throw
said
us
it's
out there for the wolves.
important for us to make the mistakes, and then we can learn from them ourselves rather than
Mm.
him telling us everything.
They're obviously long days, I imagine, are they?
They are, yeah,
Oh,
but I would never complain about them, not for a second. There's some
Yeah,
days, like the shoot over in London, we were up at 2 and we
yeah,
were home then the following day at 2. It was a 24-hour shoot, like it was a 24-hour day.
yeah.
And we flew over the morning and we shot the whole day for like 11, 12 hours. And then this was for the summer drop. And then we flew back again that night and was in back into bed then for 2 o'clock.
Mm. There's a lot of sacrifices involved, but
Yeah.
like our mother literally asked us there the last day. She was like, "Lads, do you mind making these sacrifices?" And I didn't, never thought once while I was working
Mm.
that I'd like to be somewhere else. So that's when you know that you don't mind making the sacrifices for what you're doing because you're trying to make it happen. Like
Yeah.
so.
yeah. It's hard nearly at the start to switch off, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're thinking about it 24/7. I'm in the
Oh,
shower, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to bed, I'm thinking about it. I'm waking up, I'm thinking about
it's
it.
brutal actually, the switch off thing. It's very hard to do.
Yeah,
It's constantly
I'm
going through
sure
your
you
head
know with the podcast, like you're always thinking about
yeah,
the next guest, how are you going to keep going, or
how I'm going to improve it. How am
yeah,
I going to
yeah,
make it better
better,
again?
because you want obviously, yeah, to
You
be
want,
success.
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Are you happy with where you are at the minute?
Yeah, delighted,
Yeah, I think we've made serious progress throughout the year, but
delighted.
there's a lot of things to come, and like I'm loving where the brand
Where
is
it's
going.
going,
Yeah,
yeah,
where it's going and where it's going to go in the next couple of years. Hopefully,
yeah.
fingers crossed, all going well.
Please God, yeah.
And could you picture this a year ago?
No,
No, yeah,
no, just some. We were only saying it in the car the last day, like some of the stuff or the people we've been in contact with, and just what's happened in the last year has been insane. Like, and just from we were only saying where it all started.
yeah.
It was just crazy. Like it's been a crazy year.
Originally, we weren't going to go down the GA route, and we haven't crossed off all other avenues as well
No,
because we
no.
do like, yeah,
Well,
we do like incorporating like Hyrox athletes, and we don't want to just clock or close in on GA. But originally, we weren't going to do GA at all, and then we figured out that
we're in
me and
Ireland.
Keen,
Yeah,
it's what we do, like,
it's our whole thing. Like,
yeah. So we might
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
make
go
it
down that
that
avenue
brand.
for sure.
It'd be different
Definitely.
if me and Keen were runners, but we're not. We're GA players, like.
Mhm.
So that's the way it is. That's our
yeah.
community.
The GA background, obviously, you played underage for Galway and everything. It's obviously helped you massively.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. Just I suppose the challenges because there's always be challenges when you're in the GA, like and
yeah.
like you just know that bit of hard work, a bit of persistence, a bit of consistency, put that all down together, and it will improve. It will get better. There's bad days and there's going to be challenges, but through the GA back in the day when you're not playing well and you're like, oh geez, I need to go away here, I need to work a bit to come back and just to improve my performance. And it's the same with the business. Like something's not going well, you need to figure it out, you need to go away, you need to work hard at it, and it come back, and it will. It'll start turning, and definitely the GA has helped in that
Our
aspect.
community is us that we were 3 or 4 years ago, like
Mm.
on the underage teams, and
Hmm.
a lot of those lads are just same, exact same as us, like just a couple of years younger and same age as us. So we know we want to build that same
Mm.
community.
As is 2026 is coming closer, is there a favorite moment for both of you so far with the business?
Um, it's a good question.
Jeez, yeah, favorite moment. There's probably is a favorite moment that I can think of, but I won't say that because it's a bit personal. Just, but there is the photo shoots are just the funnest days I think ever. Like just even the blackout photo shoot the last day, we get this unbelievable videographer over from London. His name's Jay Visions. His name's George, and he flies over. He stays with us. We met him through like just meeting everyone through the business. The amount of people I've met this year is insane. But anyway, for the photo shoot days, you fly him over and it's just the craziest day for 24 hours. And then you have all the content for the drop and all the things prepped, and it's the most fun I think I've ever had anything.
Yeah, it's a madness of a day, but
You,
it's
you end up
very good.
like just to that photo shoot, we did a 3.5 hour gym workout to get all the me and Ryan, and then we did 10.5K, and it's so much fun. It's the most hectic day ever, but they are like brilliant days.
Yeah,
And
that
then we had Shane coming in, and we had our model again, another lad we met through the business, Isa. He's a legend.
yeah.
Just with those photo shoots, what goes on in throughout today? Because obviously there's probably people listening here now, probably maybe wondering what goes on there.
So we have our videographer. He's from London, so we reached out to him about was it middle of summer, I'd say,
I'd
or
say
just before that?
April-ish.
Yeah,
We had set up
April-ish.
for kind of May, June,
We
wasn't
seen one or two of his clips online on Instagram, and we reached out to him and said, "Geez, man, we'd love to work with you." And we had a couple of WhatsApp calls with him, and we quickly realized that this guy is an absolute gent, and his work is quality.
top notch.
He's like, we're so lucky to have him.
Yeah, he
So
works with monster brands like the
way
fact,
bigger than ours.
yeah,
Like,
the fact that he worked with us is
just
it's a
it
privilege. Like,
shows you what a nice guy he is. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And basically, he either comes to us over here or we go to London, and then he would be taking stills or videos throughout the day.
Video clips, yeah,
Yeah, video clips of us working out.
for the whole day. Obviously, in the gear, like it's the whole photo shoot is to show off the gear. Like if we could use models and not ourselves, we would, but we don't. We just don't have the funds to be hiring 3 or 4 models for one whole day yet.
Yeah, so we just use me and Keen as
Yeah,
the
yeah. So then he'll take all that raw footage and he'll edit together those like high quality videos that we be posting and those stills on the Instagram on the page, the Faciem Metus page.
Mhm. And we'll have like scripts of one or two videos that we might want to portray
Yeah,
about what our
the
brand
brand
is.
messages.
Yeah. Where me and Keith, it might be half like a talking video, half a action shot video.
Yeah, we're a bit of a
Just to explain,
storyline.
yeah,
Yeah.
explain
So
more.
like there's in the next shoot we have a talking video, we have a storyline video, we have then two just straight workout videos coming.
And then a new influencer.
Yeah, I suppose we can say, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have another, we're not going to say who
New
it is,
member of the team as
a new
well.
member team that'll be launched in around January time.
Yeah, so that would be the sort of stuff that goes on in the shoots.
The meaning of the business then, is it safe to say you sort of have this business now and you're trying to, I suppose, portray maybe that sport athletes and GA athletes and athletes, I suppose, go through highs and lows when they're playing their sport.
100%, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, there's highs and lows in everything you do. Like, there's always going to be a curveball thrown at you, but it's just about just, gritting the teeth, putting in the work, and it'll come good eventually. It's kind of not even giving up, like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's a big personal thing from me and Keen. Like
Yeah.
we know from performing in GA, like if you don't put in the work, you're gonna go out on the day and you're gonna be like thinking, what if? Like
Yeah, and it's
just making sure you tick all the boxes and make sure you put in all that discipline and work.
that
There's
is
times where
me.
you don't want to do it, like,
Oh,
but that's the meaning of the brand where you do it when you don't want to do it. So you go through that discipline and hard work to make sure that you have no doubt when it comes to game day. You know what you're gonna do. You
that
know,
is 100%, yeah. And you know it. You feel it in the pit of your stomach, like if you've done the work. You just, I don't know how to explain the feeling, but everyone who's played GA knows the feeling in the dressing room. The 10 minutes when the manager's giving the team talk before, like you just know when you're ready to go.
yeah.
And you know when you're not ready to go.
And that's the message you're obviously trying to get out at the minute.
Yeah,
Definitely,
and
yeah.
we're basically just providing top quality clothes to make sure that if you're ticking all the other boxes, you might as well make sure that your
Gear's number one as well.
gear is number one as well.
For yourselves then, I've seen you've been doing Hyroxes over the last while. How have they been?
Oh, brutal.
For a made-up sport, I tell you what, it's tough.
Man. Oh man, where
There's
did
a
you
lot of
find?
flagging online for lads taking off their tops and everything, but I'm telling you what, it's tough, man.
Jesus, I tell you, it could be a made-up sport, but it's one of the toughest made-up sports in the world.
Yeah.
No skill involved. That's what I thought. This will be easy. We'll go in here, coast to sub 1 hour. Not a notion.
Oh, yeah.
Brutal. An absolute brutal slog for an hour. Jesus, I
You have to
never.
be very fit.
Yeah,
They're,
those guys running sub 1 hours. So we do doubles, like so. I'll get a break when Ryan pushes the sled around. And the guys who do the singles by themselves and run a sub 1 hour, they're freak athletes,
machines.
like freak athletes.
Yeah.
Originally, we actually had, it's actually a funny story. We actually were going to do a
Do a
marathon.
marathon.
Yeah, and we chatted to our S&C coach, Declan Noonan,
Yeah,
who's fantastic, like an
yeah,
absolute legend.
he's very good.
And he basically told us, lads,
You're
doing a
idiots.
marathon is very, very
You're idiots.
stupid. Like, yeah.
You're gonna get injured for next season. Like.
So he's like, switch it up to the Hyrox and do that instead because it's less likely.
And just delighted that we did it because we've been actually just in contact with a few lads that run marathons and like just
Risk of injury is just a
the
little
stress
too high.
fractures and the just it's a brutal engagement to run
Mm.
42 kilometers in one go like
You said you can do that when you're retired, lads, but now you're GA players.
Yeah. You see, we see it. I've seen a good few maybe GA players have been doing it in off season, but it's completely different to playing Gaelic football, I'd say, is it?
Yeah, those.
the Hyrox or the
The Hyrox.
Yeah,
oh it is
it is
yeah it
100%.
is it's all gas no brakes for 60 minutes like in the GA like you're on the pitch and you make a sprint and if you're goose like you can just say oh these lads I'm gone here like I'm gonna sit in the top three and let the lads run back there for me wait for the ball to come up to poach a score but in the High Rocks it's 60 minutes of just absolute
Yeah,
yeah
it's different on the body too. It's like no short sprints, no twisting and
no
turning.
different running yeah.
Yeah, it's all just like consistently trying to increase the 1K times.
Yeah,
So,
the 1K interval is huge for it. Like your
yeah.
1K interval time. It's a running event. You see all the videos about the machines but you make the time in the running.
Yeah, but don't slag it, lads, until you do it, and then you realize that it's tough.
Yeah. Walking.
You talked earlier about the GA community and how good it's been so far throughout your journey, and obviously having Shane Walsh, and there's been a lot more inter-county players that I've seen wearing your gear over the last while. To get more and more inter-county players playing or wearing this at the minute, how important is that?
I suppose it is. It is
Yeah,
huge. Yeah.
it's definitely one of the pillars of our business. Definitely
Definitely. Yeah.
influencer marketing, and yeah,
Yeah, it is what it is. It's influencer marketing, but it is huge because when people see like the top guys in the clothes, they'll start associating the clothes with the top guys and with the GA, and
Yeah.
it's what we want to build again
100%. And they are the best athletes in Ireland, and
by a mile. Like
they've got there through hard work and discipline, whether or not anyone else likes to hear it or not. But they're
yeah,
there for a reason, you know.
it's not easy to show up Tuesday, Thursday in November with there's weather out like tonight. Like,
But they will be. They'll be
and
there.
they'll be
Like,
there every time. They're professional athletes without getting paid. It's scandalous the amount of training that they go through. It's ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
Obviously at the start I imagine it was hard, but as more and more get wearing it now, it's obviously going to grow, and you can already see people are beginning to notice you a lot more, I'm sure.
mm.
Yeah, it's funny enough, to be fair.
It's to get it out, the train out of the station is very, very tough. But once you get it out, it's kind of a bit of a downhill and it just picks up momentum and picks up momentum and picks up momentum.
Yeah.
And then one lad will throw up a story and then another lad will follow us. And then, do you know, that it's just kind of that how the momentum picks up of it.
We want to move quicker as well, as in like with our drops. So we only did 3 drops last year. Now
Yeah.
next year we're planning to do 6. So we're just trying to up the production and everything and up the quality as well.
Yeah.
But with upping that, it also takes a bit more time on ourselves and everything. But we have to just get used to that, trying to move quicker and move faster because there's other brands doing it. So we need to be doing it.
Yeah, but as we do want to move quicker, but it will move quicker eventually, just as would continue as to pick up the momentum as it has been doing over the last kind of
Yeah.
3 to 6 months, kind of. Yeah.
100%. Last 6 months have been great.
Where do you want the clothing brand to go to? Is there a target, or is it endless really?
Oh man, I always said to Kino like I'd love to have brick and mortar stores around the world
Yeah.
in like this is obviously future, way future down the
No,
line.
you're
but
definitely you have to have
that
that vision, like
yeah, that would be the dream where I'd have one in
Mhm.
Australia, America,
Dublin,
yeah, Dublin, start in Ireland, obviously first.
London, America, definitely. Like
Yeah.
Definitely have one in Galway anyway, for the Galway boys where it started. Like,
Yeah.
It's gotta keep the roots like.
yeah.
Just there, you're obviously mentioned, obviously you both played underage with Galway. What's that journey been like for you playing underage with Galway up through the ranks?
Oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah, it was class.
It was, yeah, it was some of the best crack, the best years of my life. Like, it was brilliant. Under 16 tail web, then minor, and then under 20.
You played every age group up, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played every age group. Yeah, even the year it got switched from under 18 to under 17. I was brilliant. It couldn't have been better for me as a person and to develop skills and to develop kind of that, all the things that it definitely needed for the business, whether it be discipline or hard work or just gritting the teeth. And as I said, like when it's not going your way, put the head down and be stubborn and try figure out and how to make it go your way. Do you know?
100%.
Yeah, and it was a great experience. The Galway setup underage was brilliant. Couldn't complain. I don't have any complaints about it, to be honest.
Yeah. The only complaint I'd probably have is the fact that we lost the minor All Ireland against Kerry. That was
I didn't lose it.
Yeah.
so that would be the one that hurt a little, but
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, it was class.
How do you both view it then at the moment? Like, do you both like watching Galway at the minute want to be involved with the seniors or where are you at that?
Jeez. Well, I think I said to Keane at the yeah earlier this year that the amount of time that we spent on the business, it probably just wouldn't be possible.
Mm.
Not that we did get a call or anything, but like it you're putting in 24/7 effort into the business all the time, and then it's difficult enough to try and probably perform as a club player. But we had
Yeah,
a stint
it's
ourselves.
tricky enough. Like even in that championship, it was very
You could
tough.
feel the stress of just having
Yeah,
the business and trying to do that and balance club championship at the same time. It's
it was very,
difficult.
yeah,
Like,
because club championship is very, very serious, as you know. Like it's
Yeah.
the levels it's gotten taken to over, but like
and it's only going up,
it's only going up.
or else you get left behind. You
So
know?
like to even balance club championship with the business was very, very tricky, and it was kind of the first year I wasn't in college. So basically, I actually had to do something when the championship was going on. Do you know what I mean? And so that was definitely
That was a tricky
a
thing to
tricky thing.
manage.
So to go into the Galway, like if you go and get involved with Galway, again, as Ryan said, it's not like we got any calls this year, but you need to be 100% committed. Like I'm ready to go for the whole year. This is what my main focus is on that year
Yeah,
because that's what it takes realistically, probably. That's what you need 30, 40 lads with that mindset to win the All Ireland. Like it's some sacrifice.
Can it be hard watching them on, considering you've obviously played with a massive proportion of the players who are in there at the minute?
Uh no, I wouldn't say that. I wish the
yeah,
best for them. I hope they win every single game. It's brilliant.
yeah.
I
I'm
love
still a
it.
super
Massive fan.
yeah massive fan, and we want everyone to go well.
Jesus, I want all the lads that played with that I know. All the lads in there are legends. Like, actually know a load of them well. Like, and you want to see them do brilliant. You'd never ever be like, I want to see them do bad because I'm not in there. That's not the type of attitude. I want to see Galway win the All Ireland this year.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to be involved. But I still want to see them win, lift the Sam Maguire.
yeah, for
Mm.
sure. All of our close mates are there, so
Yeah,
you know. keep-
You mentioned there about the club championship. We've probably seen over the last few years that the standard is just going up, and even with I suppose the four teams in the semi-finals this year, and they're obviously there last year. They're obviously rising the standard higher and higher every year.
jeez, yeah.
Yeah,
Top four is getting tough to break into.
it's difficult. Yeah, that's been one of our goals to try and
Yeah, we
get
looked
into that
around.
top
Yeah.
four over the last year or two, and we've just been
Just been the only teams we lost to this year. Now Milltown away. That's a tough place to go. We lost to Milltown away.
yeah,
But apart from that, it was all top four teams. We bet everyone else except for the top four. Not saying that we're brilliant or saying
there's
just
just
like
a
it
divide.
shows that they're the big dogs like those Currafin, Tuam, Salthill, Mike Cullen. It's tough to beat those lads in the championship.
Yeah, it'd be a big target now for us to get over on one of those lads in the
Definitely
next
next
1 or 2 years. Be a huge
Yeah,
stepping stone.
the the quarterfinals sort of been a tough stage for you, particularly in the last 2 years.
Yeah, getting Mike Cullen twice wasn't fun. Like, yeah,
Hey,
no,
what? It's killer, like,
yeah.
especially when they have the bragging rights over us. Then they just keep rubbing it in our face. Like,
We'd be cousins with the Kellys, like, so they just continuously rub it in our face. They don't.
The the new rules, how do you find them playing them this year?
Oh, way better,
Yeah, 10 times
100%.
better, a lot more space,
Makes a huge difference on the game. The
a
game's
lot more
quicker,
space. It's a lot funner to play.
way more
You
enjoyable.
knew
Yeah.
after the 6 or 8 league games, like you were just, or 7 league games, you were buzzing. Like this is the football is going to be fast. It's going to be flowing. There's going to be space. There's going to be a lot more one-on-ones.
Yeah, even
It's
the structure in training and stuff, because everyone knows that the
yeah,
game's moving a lot quicker, so you can get a lot more game-based stuff in training.
it's a lot
And
less focus on defensive systems, a lot less focus on just how we're setting up and all this because it's the game's way freer, like, and
yeah,
it takes on a life of its own probably after the
it's
35 minute play.
almost similar to underage in a bit, kind of going
Yeah,
back to the basics of that, and that's where enjoyment really came.
probably lets the good players shine even better, like the good lads that have like pace and have skill.
Yeah, because there's space for one-on-ones inside now, and
Yeah,
you get caught out if you're lagging behind. You know,
Do you feel like the enjoyments came back?
definitely. Yeah,
yeah,
last year I really enjoyed playing Gaelic football again.
yeah. It was really enjoyable.
Now there was cons with that with the business
Yeah,
because
yeah.
stress was
With
high
the Lions,
during.
yeah,
Yeah, we had our own like one or two health problems where we were struggling
yeah. Through the summer,
through the
yeah.
summer. Just
Not good. But the game is there to be way more enjoyed than it used to be with the 15 lads behind the ball.
Yeah.
Like it is, it's GA is going, or football in general is going in a great direction.
It's funny when people say the structure of a split season. It's obviously better, but as you mentioned there, if you're chasing down to get into that semi-final spot or chase down those big four, you can even see club teams they are beginning to go back maybe earlier, never to, I suppose, chase down those hurdles.
yeah, we I'd say we're starting earlier every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the gym
We're
now.
in the gym with the football already, like
Yeah, last I'd say 2 or 3 or
no, a month and a half.
month and a half.
Month and a
Yeah,
half, yeah.
so like if you think about
But
it,
the problem is the top four are doing that already. Like so,
if we don't do it,
if
like
we're
yeah,
not
we're
we're
just
falling
falling.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a must. It's not like
Yeah.
will we come back at this stage? We have to go back
If
because
you
everyone
want,
else is doing it.
yeah, you're just gonna get left in the dust. Like if you
Yeah,
don't do it,
especially if we're trying to get extra percentages up on them. If we don't start even at the same time with them or before them, how are we
you're
going to
already
get that?
losing.
Like,
Like
yeah,
yeah.
you're already behind.
That's the thing, isn't it, to get to that level?
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah. It's again, club has become a huge commitment for just
Yeah.
normal working lads. Like Tuesday evening, Thursday evening, you'll probably get 1 or 2 gym sessions, and then you'll have a maybe training game or a big session over the weekend. Like that's probably what it's looking like every
Yeah,
week.
it's more time being put in every time, every year.
Again,
Like,
I'm not complaining about it. I love playing GA, so the more training, the better
I'm
for me.
happy out as well. Yeah,
Where do you feel you are as a club in Utrecht? Because you're not the biggest in numbers, I think it's safe to say, and you really have us since that intermediate success. It's really feel like you've been able to get the most out of yourselves as a club.
Yeah, that was probably a big point this year is that we need players coming through, and their players are to be come through. But now, like we had a good couple of training games last year, which is
yeah,
great, 30 on, or 15 on 15, like which is just it's brilliant, and it's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build that kind of. You want two competitive teams realistically to be competing in the
yeah,
and we're just there's lads coming through now, and there's just that good connect between the underage now and the seniors, and it's really helping, and the training numbers have improved, and it's kind of as you said, like we got the best out of a small bunch, but now if we could get
yeah,
25, 26 lads that can make an impact on championship day, which I think will happen very soon, especially with the way the club's going and how the transition from like let's say under 19 into a junior team slash senior setup, the lads have been brilliant.
yeah.
The
A lot of our lads are kind of at that age now where they're in their mid 20s, so we're trying to get to peak over the next 2 to 3 years anyway, and start pushing for Frank Fox titles because there's a
There's a
cohort
yeah,
of that intermediate
there's
team
probably
now,
yeah.
and we're all getting old enough now to we've had enough senior experience and enough losses in the quarterfinals to push
Enough
over,
losses in general.
yeah, and try and get over and get into that at least semi-final and final now and start pushing for
It's really important, isn't it, to get those one or two through every year when you're not ultimately a big club.
it's
Hugely.
massive. Like
It's absolutely massive.
it's
It's like it can't be understated. Like there,
it's the key.
it is. It is.
Yeah, if you look at my Cullen, like Sean O'Connor, who's came in, Fiacre, McDonough, like that's 2 or 3 there that
They'll
came
get
in the
two or
last,
three.
and they've added like Fionn. I don't know was he part of the setup 2 or 3 years ago, but now like he was winning games for them this year because that's what ultimately matters. You're going to lose players over time. Like they lost Gallagher, but the next lad steps up and he's just as good.
That's
So,
what, yeah,
so, so
that's
that's
what
what
you
we
need.
want with Uachtarard, where
You need 25,
yeah,
26 lads that are just as good, and they're all fighting for a jersey, and that's what we want in Notre Art.
yeah,
It's the way you're talking there, like people might look on and they say they go a championship and they'll say top four and no one else can win it, but it nearly comes back to the business in one sense. Obviously, you're trying to chase down things, but you're obviously going back at the start of the year with disbelief of a county title. Otherwise, why would you really do it?
Honestly, like
100%.
obviously,
Like
enjoyment number one, and then second is I want to win Frank Fox. Like what the
I think there was a mindset switch as well over the last like I'd say 2 years, whereas before it was like right, we're a senior team.
let's try stay up.
Let's try stay up. Let's
Yeah,
try compete heavily, like against the big teams. Maybe we'll just kind of roll over and accept that we're going to lose. But you have to switch that. Otherwise, there's no point of playing. Like you might as well just get relegated to intermediate and just keep going backwards. Like so, you have to switch that, and I think it has
it had
since.
definitely switched. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. In the last year, like there's every time I go into a game against the top four, there is like it might be stupid, but I believe that we could win it. Like I believe that we could have won that up to the quarterfinal against my Cullen. Now
yeah.
it didn't go our way on the day, but I still think we could have won that
If
game.
we don't believe, like who's going to believe? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like the business. Like if we don't believe it's gonna go to the moon and we're gonna have brick and mortar stores, like who like
Who
who
else?
else is gonna
No one's
believe
going to
it?
believe for us. Like
Yeah.
you know.
Just before we finish, then obviously it's the website. People buy your products. How is that going on that side of things then?
Good, good,
Yeah,
yeah,
good. Yeah.
good, yeah. I'd say like the first, as we said before, I'd say the first like 3 or 4 months when we launched our first collection, it was like figure out how to sell, I suppose. Like, that's the main thing of a business is
Mhm.
to sell clothes. And
Again, we just threw crap at the wall.
yeah, we figured
It
out
was
what worked. We
what
tried
works.
every single avenue
Every
and
single attitude, just producing content left, right, and center, and then just tried everything. Paid ads,
yeah.
things. It was try everything, see what works. Oh, that works. Let's keep going that way,
And
and
then
then scale it, kind of.
gradually over time, we figured out what kind of works through social media channels, the different ones, which ones are better, and then what people want to see in terms of content, because that's what a lot of the brand is
Yeah, as
producing content
one
for
third a day is probably as
producing
you get
content,
producing content to get people to actually, oh, what
have
is
an
this?
interest in the brand, and yeah,
Yeah.
Do you ever find it a lot? I know you said you had the support of your parents, but it's obviously two of you doing a lot of jobs, I can imagine.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
it
yes.
does.
It's like I'd say the Black Friday sale was, just for an example, was when was it? 2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago, yeah,
and we worked until I'd say, look, I'm not going to say anything about the hard work. I love the hard work. I'm not going to be like, oh, woe is me about the hard work. But Thursday night we were up till 1. Friday night we were up till 2. Then Saturday it was up until it was just late nights, early mornings, repeat, 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 repeat. And it happens in the time of the year where,
yeah. And sometimes with all those hard work as well, especially when you're seeing
yeah,
his face all the
yeah,
time, things can go a little bit
yeah,
rocky at times,
it's
There's
rough.
only
Like,
so much you can take of your own brother before things get a little bit
yeah.
dicey at times.
It's he wakes up in the bed at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm just straight on him like 30 seconds. Have like 10 questions spammed at him, and
Yeah,
he hasn't even
yeah.
got a
So
second to breathe.
tension can rise every now and again, a couple of
Yeah, it
months, like,
definitely rolls there over the weekend.
but
But that's the good thing is like we
when
can
you're,
have a monster fight, and me and Ryan will be made
yeah,
like it'll
we
be
don't take things personal,
yeah
which is great.
zero.
How would you sum up the journey then so far?
I'd say fantastic. It
I
would
was gonna
be a
say
great
I
word.
was just gonna
Like,
say best year of my life. Like
yeah, it's unbelievable, to be
yeah,
honest with you.
yeah.
A lot of like growth as people as well.
Don't be like scared to make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's so underrated. Like just putting it being like just make mistakes because you're not going to be good the first time. Sure, the first time you did the podcast, do you know what I mean? It's you've
Yeah.
got to
You have to start.
continuously
Every
do it.
single person that you've seen is that's class has started at zero, like, or
Yeah.
has started bad and has started
Like
crap, and
the
they're
first time I made any piece of content for social media, the first time I made it, like it's still not good. I'm not saying that it's like a masterpiece right now, but it's getting better slowly because I keep doing it, and it's okay. It just be like
yeah, just be accept the that
don't
you're
be
gonna
scared
be
to fail,
yeah
basically.
yeah that would be a huge
Yeah,
learning. Don't
don't
be
be.
afraid to fail.
Don't be scared of getting a no. Don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared of being sucking at something
Yeah,
because you have to be bad at something before you can be good at it.
yeah.
Great stuff, lads. Thanks very much for your time and the best of luck with everything moving forward.
Thanks for your involved.
That, Paul. Thanks. Thank you.